Well, hello everybody, and welcome to Fun with Guns, our secret covert episode from our alternate underground command facility somewhere in the highlands of Florida. After my last episode on Hollywood guns, I got some feedback, and a lot of people were asking about several guns, but in particularly the Man From U.N.C.L.E pistol, the Walther P38. So I started doing a little research. When I was a kid and that show was on TV back in 1964, I actually was a little too young to watch it when it first aired. I saw it in reruns. I used to think that cut down Walther P38 they carried was kind of a ridiculous idea for a gun. It didn't particularly look that attractive, and it didn't seem to serve any function that I could discern. Upon doing a little research, I was surprised to find that actually cutting down Walther P38s after the war, none of them were manufactured that way, but cutting them down and putting a front sight blade on the front of the top of the slide actually was not that uncommon. They were considered it was an excellent gun, and it was considered a hideaway version. And in the TV show, the cut down model, as I thought about it and started reading some of the literature, actually kind of made sense because they had a litany of attachments that would go on the gun. Barrel extension, shoulder stock, extended magazine, even a Bushnell scope. So they could make a carbine out of it. And although it's still television fantasy, it actually does have a practical side to it. And there have been probably a few real world guns that there have been a few real world guns that have had attachments like that made to put on them. Something I also found out that was interesting originally, the first Man From U.N.C.L.E gun was actually built on a Mauser pocket pistol frame, I believe a 1934 Mauser pocket pistol frame. But the things were apparently not very reliable, and they were so small that the attachments dwarfed the gun, made it look a little silly. So they went with the Walther P38, which was a much more reliable and larger design. And of course this is just some Wikipedia knowledge I picked up, was that apparently when they were making the first ones, the way they worked got some people concerned, and somehow somebody reported to the authorities that the props department was manufacturing machine guns. So authorities went and checked it out and saw that these were non-firing prop guns. But Robert Vaughn and David McCallum carried these pistols amongst other equipment and used them extensively. In fact, there was quite a bit of fan mail about the guns. And also, they used other guns as well, quite frequently German 9mm. There are some episodes where the main character, played by Robert Vaughn, Napoleon Solo, was carrying a Luger. So I'm not sure what the fascination with European 9mm was, or German 9mm, just perhaps that they have a certain je ne sais quoi that goes with that era, the European style of 9mm. But the guns were quite popular, and quite frankly, especially when with the spy buffs and the spy movie buffs, are actually quite iconic. Probably second only to James Bond's PPK. So that's Fun with Guns this week. Hope you guys enjoyed this little brief one, and from our remote secret location in the highlands of Florida. And we'll see you guys next time. Take care. Bye bye, and be safe.